guys, you're welcome again to our channel. Day 5. We are here. It's just 2 days to go and we're excited. It's not
No,
2 days
this
to go.
is the 5, have you?
Yeah, day 4.
No, 5. Oh, 5. This is the 5. Meaning 2 days, yes.
Yeah, day 5. Yeah. Day 5.
How do you calculate? It's the 5.
Yeah, so it's so good to be here again. We're excited that we made this, and we like that people are watching this video and they are having a change of mind about some of the things that they've heard, some philosophies of marriage that they have held on to for ages and years. We're happy that we are going to see how God sees things, and we're excited about that. Today we're talking about something very, very, very profound in marriage. The money is not my money is your money. We're talking about money, finance in marriage. We have spoken about it before, but like I usually say, that we cannot speak entirely about a topic in 30 minutes. And of course, there'll be different angles. And one of the videos we talk about money, somebody came to ask a question about it. So we thought, okay, maybe we have not covered everything about money. Let's address it again. And with the new knowledge we have, a new experience, we can just talk about it in another light. I should read you.
Yeah.
So
What's her name?
her name is Lovina Ogundeji.
Lovina Ogundeji.
Sorry.
Ogundeji, yeah, yes. Ogundeji, yes.
Yeah, since there are a lot of questions coming to my mind as I saw this, I think you need to first help us to understand how a Christian couple's finance should be. My parents talk about the goals, like you mentioned in the video, and provided their quota towards this. But unlike your views, they had personal projects and spent on themselves, shoes, phone, and co, without discussing them. To them, there was no issue or a topic of secret spending from my point of view. This is the only example I have, so I think a video of finance in Christian marriage would help me understand this concept of secret spending. All right, so finance. First of all, what is your ideology about finance, Christian marriage? How should money?
What's my idea?
Okay,
what is
our ideology, or what God has taught us over time about money. What is our ideology about it?
Yeah. So in the recent video that we made, can't remember which one.
Okay.
I think it's the first video we made in this particular challenge that we're doing. Talked about sharing, right? If you remember, talked about vulnerabilities, and finance was a big part of the vulnerabilities that we talked about. It means that from the context of that content that we talked about or that we shared, finance is one of the things that we must commune with. When we talk about communion has communication.
Okay.
Right? It talks about sharing things that we share. Finance is part of it. Of course, sex is part of it. So there are many other tools, but finance is part of it. Number two, in one of the contents we have done a few years back, we talked about money being a tool in the home. Money is for execution, is for spending, right? So from that context, it means that our idea for the finance of a Christian couple or in a Christian marriage is spending together. That is our idea. I know there are so many other options that are not necessarily bad. There are couples that they don't spend together in the sense of spending together.
Yeah.
They do joint accounting,
yes.
And
there's joint account, there's joint accountability.
So they have separate personal accounts, which is actually what we do. We have separate accounts, but I will explain what I mean by joint spending. It's a philosophy.
Short spending or joint accountability.
Yeah. So they want to buy a car. And I say, okay, 50-50. Or they'll say 60-40 based on who is earning more. So people do that. We will think that's not the best way. We, in our own context, is that any money that comes in from anywhere is pulled together as a single source of income in the home.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter which account it belongs to physically. In the sense that she's going to buy groceries. As long as there's money in an account that she controls, she buys the groceries for the home. She doesn't need me to contribute my quota to that particular thing. We want to buy a new car, 4 million naira, and an account I hold has well over 4 million naira. As long as I'm the one going to pick up the car or paying for it, I pay for it. Do you get it?
Yeah.
In that context, we paid, even though I'm the one that pulled the money out of an account that I control. When I say an account that I control, means a personal account or a business account that I'm directly responsible for. An account that she controls is her personal account in her name anywhere in the world, and any business account that she's responsible for. Yeah. That's what we mean by an account that I control, an account that she controls. That's how we run our home. It is joint spending, a philosophy. I think I've described it. So it doesn't matter who is buying what, who is pulling the funds out. The home paid for it. That's our philosophy, and that is what we believe at the Christian Home Show. That is what actually that's the communion in finance that's in our context. We believe that is the best way to describe financial communion. Yeah, it's not easy because this requires accountability, transparency, and commitment. And it means that we must have, each of us individually must live above money.
Yeah. I must have shown discipline in money.
Yeah. So because I'm not worried about her spending habits. Neither is she worried about my spending habits. Doesn't mean that we don't have proclivities that we tilt towards. She's more likely to do impulse spending on certain things. I am more likely to do impulse spending on certain things. So it's not as if we don't have impulse spending. We do. Yeah. But I understand that she's mature. Even in her impulse spending, okay, can live with it. You get the idea. So because I'm saying this to say that there are issues that may tilt or taint this conversation, but you understand the concept.
Yeah, because I've seen people say we do joint accounts, which is not bad, but just for me, I really don't like it because okay, you have a joint account where you want to remove something, one person has to approve and all that. You can delay you getting things. Spending. For example, there's this couple I listened to. Because they have a joint account, the man invested somewhere because all the money is put in one place. So he invested all the money, and the money went down the drain, and they really suffered. And she said that if they had known, they would have had another account where you have like money for maybe running the house and other things. It wouldn't have affected them. So the issue is not about you having to say I want to remove 5 naira for this and it's about the fact that you are accountable to each other. You have a goal for money at a particular time. What are we doing this season? You already know that this season we are doing to do this. So when money is coming from your side, you're reporting, this money has come much. What should we use this for? And like I usually say that for every family, you know your threshold. Maybe when we just got married, I could maybe our threshold was like you can remove 20,000 naira. Nobody needs to know what to use it for. None of anybody's business. But as you grew up in marriage, threshold also increases. You understand? And threshold of each family is different. Some people cannot remove 5K without telling the other person.
Yeah,
because a lot of because it's a significant amount of money.
Some people 500K.
Some people can just go and get the way you are buying a shoe and you don't need to tell your partner. Some other people have grown in such a way that they can buy a land. They just come and
I bought it.
And the lawyer just called. The lawyer just said, there's this land, blah blah blah, and you
quickly buy it.
And just quickly buy it. Just tell him, Mati, I just got this land. It's nice. So it depends.
If I told me I would have bought more, bring more. Let's buy more.
So it depends on just the same way that I will get Agbalumo. I bought this Agbalumo. I say, it's really nice. Let's go and buy more. It depends on the threshold of your family. So you have a goal where everybody is running towards that goal. It's not that one person is have more money somewhere, another person is just spending the money. There's no goal. There's no drive. So we're not saying that we are going to be micromanaging your money. You want to buy underwear and you have to tell your husband. No. We are not saying that. We're saying that there must be accountability. I want to get this. Sometimes you can even save up for things like maybe money that is coming to your account. You save for 1 year. Maybe you want to get a wig or something, and you speak to your spouse about this, and your spouse is like, I know that you save up for this money. We didn't plan for this money, but I think that we could just get something. We need this need now. I think this is a more urgent need. Later, when this other money comes, we can now return it back to you. You understand? We can return it back to you because there's no big issue in when people say my husband borrow money or not borrow money. Sometimes you can take it off course. It could be by that the money that I saved for something, the money that I got for something that we had planned that I was going to use for my personal need. We decided to divert it to something that maybe may be your need. Like maybe I want to take up a course. I want to take and say okay, let's divert it so that's much important. So when you now have a money coming through, or the money you're expecting to use for that thing comes, when I say we'll divert it back to that wig you wanted to buy or that course you want to take or something like that. So the issue is having a goal, and that's one thing that most people do. When they get married, they don't have a goal. What are we doing past season? Every beginning of the year, you should be saying, what are we doing? Are we getting a new house? Are we getting a new car? So when the money comes, it should not be when the money comes that you start deciding what you want to do with the money. You know, there's this experiment people do when they go for counseling. They give them biro the teacher, the biro and the paper, and ask the son, if 5 million comes to your hand, what will you do with 5 million? They ask the husband, they ask the wife, and you realize that the husband and wife, they have completely different things that they want to do with money, and that's wrong, because that means that you have not sat down to figure out a financial goal for yourself. You should at least have. Husband is saying, I will get a new car, get a new house. The wife is saying, I will travel out. Imagine that kind of the differences in goals. So we must have a goal at every season. Oh, this the next 3 months, let's plan towards getting this. Let's plan towards getting that. So when the money comes, gone, you already know that's what is diverted to. There's no need. Like if every time money comes and you have to be arguing about what it's going to be used for, then there's something wrong with your financial goals and how you spend money.
You see money, yeah.
Yeah.
Recently, my phone charging port was misbehaving. I have to tilt it in a certain way for it to charge, and it's a new phone, quote, and I didn't want to open it. I don't want to. I know that it does wireless charging. I told her that I'm thinking of fixing this phone or buying a wireless charger. So, but there was a day I think I went out. I went to drop Valor in school. I just drove straight to Dubai. I didn't plan it, but I just remember, wait, I can do this thing today. And I went there and I saw a power bank, magnetic wireless charging power bank, and I bought it. I bought it how much? 20-something thousand naira. It's not that much, but 25k for the context of this conversation. I didn't tell her before buying it, but I don't have to, because our threshold is way above that. So recently I realized that our threshold has actually increased. She didn't know I was going to say this. She didn't even know this was what I was going to say. Our threshold has increased, and it's because of what happened recently. She bought a wig for an amount of money that is bigger than I would have spent on wig.
I saved for that wig. I've been saving since last year. So please.
So I realized that she can actually pull that money out once and buy that wig.
It was my savings now.
I'm saying I'm coming.
Okay.
You have no idea where I'm going with this. She could have pulled the money out once and bought the wig, and I may not know. And I may know, but I don't think I will care. I will care because I don't think you should spend that amount of money on the wig. But I will not because the money is too much as a single amount of money. Does that make sense? Because even me, I did not know that our threshold has gotten bigger than that. Only till now that we are talking, that I realize that wait, if she spends this money again on something, I may not care. Because we've gone past that level. And she showed me that she's saving for this particular wig, and she has the amount of money. This is her goal. I looked at the money. Money is not that big. It's not that big, but it's too big for the wig. It's too big for the wig. So when talking about thresholds, our threshold, if she bought something of 50k, nobody is going to bat any eye before then. But at that point in time, I began to say that okay, money is not that big, but then it's too big for that particular thing. So I'm saying this because there are gray areas in this conversation. I bought a wig for her that last year of almost similar amount, and I did not tell her. I didn't have to tell her.
Yeah,
it's a gift.
And I didn't quite notice.
She didn't notice.
Yeah,
it was somewhat maybe above our threshold at the time. So there are gray areas there. So motive, understanding, and context plays a big role.
And as long as it's a gift, if for any reason I say our money in the account has really gone low, how is it? You cannot say, oh, it's the gift I also give to you money was out. You can explain it, and you should be able to explain it properly.
I think gift has immunity.
Yes.
Let's just put it that way. It has immunity.
Yeah.
She bought a small phone recently. Of how much did you buy that phone? It's less than 20k.
Yeah.
She doesn't need to take permission from me to buy the phone. Because it's way, way below our threshold of what is significant. She gets. And of course, that something is lower than our threshold does not mean we should spend it carelessly.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It just means that it's like miscellaneous.
Yeah.
She gets. It still has to benefit you as a person or benefit us as a whole. Because your satisfaction, your financial satisfaction, your satisfaction as an individual is important to the home.
Yeah.
That is why I can buy a phone of an amount that is below our threshold, and it won't matter. But the moment I'm buying a phone that is above our threshold, we should talk about it.
Then
the time is coming where it will be bigger than that, and it won't matter. So
So there must be this sense of accountability.
Accountability is the most
Even
important
when
thing.
you know that it's may below your threshold that nobody will care about it. Just information. Just let your partner know. Sometimes they may even give you more better informed. They may give you a better information that would inform your decision better. You get better deals, or you just find a reason not to get that thing at that particular time. So it's a sense of pride when you are trying to hide the things you're getting from your partner. Trying to get, I don't know when people get houses, get lands. Hey, houses start building houses. Then there's something wrong. There's actually something wrong. And one of the reasons that God has given us marriage is that the Bible says that two are better than one. You can pool your resources together. And chase. The scripture says one will chase 1,000, two will chase 10,000. Like the progression is a lot. So when God is saying that two will chase 10,000, you will not, don't ever think that he's saying two will chase 10,000. Your one will not chase 5,000. You will not chase 5,000. You can only chase 1,000. Yes. So you must know that you're coming together is going to pull more weight than when you are together. Effect. So whatever you are doing on your own, see, it does not make sense. Even if that house you are building, God is saying that you are building that house secretly. If you had come together with your husband, He said that you would have done much better, much more than what you have built on your own, what you have done on your own. So you must trust God's word for your life. And as singles, you must marry somebody that you trust that you can have this. When you are in a relationship together, talk about finance. See, finance is the most important thing to talk about.
Actually, it's the most important.
You're not talking about sex, of course. You're not yet sexually active and all that. Talk about your finance. That's something that you should take months to deal with. What's your ideology about finance? How do you spend money now? Do you have debt? Do you have assets? Do you have a land somewhere? All of those are very important things that you must deal with.
Don't hide anything.
If
you have to hide, that means the person is not someone you should marry.
Yes.
In the first place.
Yes. Open up all your secrets about money.
People will begin to talk now. What if the person? I'm not sure the person can handle. If the person knows about the land I have as a woman, I say, then why are you marrying him?
Getting married to that person. I was listening to a video. Her husband was asking a question that his business has gone down, and so they can't really spend as much as they have. It's to manage, but he does not want to tell the wife, so the wife will not be stressed. And I was like, what kind of why won't you tell her when she's made the vow in sickness and in health, for richer for poorer? This is what we're talking about. If she has enjoyed the good things, the good times, she should know. And if you don't tell her and she keeps spending the way she has been spending money, you will eventually go broke, and you guys will not lose everything you have. And so you should not be stressed.
Yeah, you'll be under pressure.
You'll be under pressure.
And then you're done. I would say women, they're not considerate. Does she have the information?
Then you have not given her the grace to come into your life, because the Bible says that two are better than one. So you have not brought the second person into that situation. Yes. You are still dealing with that issue by yourself. You have not brought the second person into the situation. It's not like you have not called Jesus, like Jesus is sleeping on the boat. I have not called. You have not brought the privilege of marriage. That means you have not called that person to come into this matter. So let's look at it from two sides. You are looking at it from one side. She may see it from another side that would benefit you and help the business, or even help in managing that money or managing the crisis. So your wife or your husband cannot be too stressed to hear about money issues, the good, the bad, the ugly. They must know everything.
Especially if you marry the person you're supposed to marry.
Yes.
Bible, maybe not the Bible. I don't know. I think it's the Bible. I'm not sure. I don't want to say. It says, "He who finds a wife finds a good thing." It's the Bible now.
It's the Bible. Yeah.
You have not found a good thing if you have not told her what you are going through. Because why the Bible say he who finds a wife finds a good thing means that it's a good thing to find a wife. There's a blessing that comes with finding a wife. That blessing will only be activated if the person is a wife, and a wife will not be kept in the dark about something like that. I don't know why that came to my mind, but that's the truth.
Yeah.
So if you are doing that path, repent. Please. And as a woman, if you have kept something from your husband, like Tolu is saying, I believe God was one speaking through you just now. Somebody actually needs that information. If you have done that, you've dishonored your husband, and you have not been submissive, and you have disobeyed God. Sin is not only when we fornicate, steal money, or lie. It's also when we live below the standard that God has set. Purpose, when God says you will do this in life and you refuse and you don't do it, you have sinned. Sin is, do you get it?
Yeah. So living below purpose.
Living below purpose.
What if in the case where you're already married and your husband is somebody that's just wasteful, or you can't trust with money, and you have to your life has to keep moving. What do you do in this kind of cases?
In that kind of situation, you put what do you call it? You put
Measures.
Yeah, measures. So it means that whoever amongst you is better with funds, keep the funds.
What if the person does not agree?
Then that's a bigger problem than
Yeah, you have to get counseling.
That's bigger than this conversation.
Yeah.
Get a counselor, right? Speak to somebody higher than you. But even in the confines of all of this, you must respect each other's integrity. It's not a reason now to talk to her in a certain way. There's no reason for you to talk to him in a certain way. You get, but the measures must be put in place. If one of us is better with money, definitely the money will be with the person. Assuming both of us are reasonable.
Yeah.
The money will be with the person.
It should not be gender based. The
Not be
person
gender-based.
who person knows how to manage money better should keep
whoever.
the money. Yes,
Yeah.
should keep the money.
Some men are better than women on money.
Yeah.
Because the assumption is that women are better generally, but it's not true.
It's not true. It's not true.
It's just that by nature, women are more retrospective, but then it's not. Some men are better, basically. I was going to say this, that in what she said her parents have personal projects, shoes, phones. Yes, I don't believe your parents. Gundeji, I don't believe your parents are hiding even when they buy those phones. When your mom or dad buy the phone, I don't believe they begin to hide it from their spouse. The issue of another context of secret spending is in the hiding. Did you get it? It's in the hiding. Sometimes you bought the thing below threshold, yes, but don't hide it. I don't know if it's making sense.
Yeah.
So I think
to talk about I just got one shoe. It's really nice.
So I think that because her comment, actually, it's not different from what we have said. It's not different. Even in the personal project, you mentioned the shoes, the phones, the laptops. I believe those items are below the threshold your parents may have set, deliberately or not deliberately. And I don't believe when they buy them, they start to hide them, because if they are hiding them, you would understand the context. So in the hiding of the thing is also important. It's below threshold, but why are you hiding it? It's also part of the.
Or is it something that the husband has spoken to him several times? You are buying too much
As
clothes.
your husband said,
you are buying too much shoes.
Exactly.
You are spending too much on makeup.
So it may be below threshold. It may be legal for you to buy it, but have you had a conversation about not buying it and you went ahead to buy it? So it's also bad. It's part of secret spending that we are talking about. When Sitolu wanted to buy the wig, and if I had said no, don't buy it. If she went ahead to buy it, it would have been bad.
Yeah.
The phone she bought less than 20k. If she had said she wants to buy it, I said don't buy it. It would have been a problem.
Yeah.
That power bank I bought below threshold. If I had mentioned it to her and she says no, or maybe when I was talking about that, she gave a body language that says we shouldn't be spending that kind of money right now, I shouldn't buy that. If I bought it, I have gone out of our agreement.
Yeah.
So script is not so much about only buying things that triggers your account balance. Sometimes the smallest thing, like 100 naira, 200 naira, that you buy outside of the agreement that you've had, is secret spending, and it's bad.
Yeah.
And it's not good.
Then the issue of when is time when a man is the one
Sole provider.
Yeah, for provider. How does that work? How does that work?
In the case of a sole provider and his man that is providing, naturally the money will be with the man. Naturally. And I think it's okay to. So if I am the man, let me use myself as an example. If I'm the man, I am not the one that spends the money most in the house. In terms of you are the one buying the groceries, you are the one buying most of the things. Or most things, the things I pay for are electricity, cable TV, servicing of the car. I pay for the internet, all those kinds of things. I could pay those things, of course, especially on a monthly basis, pay those things and send money to your account to take care of the other things that we do in the house. Changes nothing, still the same principle. It just means that I will be the one putting hands in my pocket more. But I know that if it's me, I actually prefer to send the entire money to your account because I hate to spend money. Like, it's not my thing. So I rather just send money to your account in bulk, then take the money out to pay the bills I need to pay by myself, and I'm fine.
There's also involved people who say, I pay you, I give you a stipend per month, and after that, don't ask me anything again.
That thing is nonsense now. Personally, I think it's nonsense.
Because it looks like as if you are the one still controlling the money.
Yes.
And everybody's just looking up to you. Please, save me, sir.
Please get the contact. I'm not saying it's wrong to give your wife or spouse call.
Say this is for your personal.
That's not what I am saying. No. I'm saying that when you maybe because of this scenario, you put your wife, maybe I put her on a stipend on a monthly basis to cover her personal expenses and the home expenses. I'm not saying it's wrong, The problem is I put on a stipend, a monthly allowance of some sort to cover our personal expenses and the home operations. She should be able to come back to me, or we should be able to realize that okay, there's need to spend more here. Sure, you get. If we are actually spending together, I will know how she's spending it, and I'll be able to recognize when there is need for more. The idea of I've given you money, don't come back to me. That's all. Yeah, it's not. That's no more. That's not financial communion.
And if you know, maybe going to market, I give you money to go to market, then you come and tell me how you broke the breakdown of the money.
I don't need the breakdown. I trust you, right?
What if that?
I trust you. Yeah. No, the idea is then you should not be in a relationship with somebody you don't trust in the first place. But let's say you are there already. Please do what you can do to salvage the situation.
Yeah.
If you are married to someone that you don't trust, please get the details. It's fine. We are just saying that in an ideal situation.
Of course, there are issues where there are times where the situation is not ideal, where this person spends anyhow. You can give her money for market, and she used to go and buy shoe, and also you can micromanage. But that is not. It's not the ideal, and you won't get the best of a marriage that way.
Yes.
Or a situation where the man is lazy. It's only the woman that is bringing in money.
She has to.
She will give you money for shoe, my dear, my brother. He won't give you money for shoe because
she's
trying to pay for school fees for the children and all of that. So we are not doing anything. And if you also decide I'm not doing anything, you are the only one that will be taking care of the house. I know. So you have to also manage it. You, I'm giving you 20K for this month. Whatever when it finishes, it's understandable because you decided you don't want to do anything. But we're talking about ideal situation where maybe one person has decided that I'm going to, at this season of time, I'm going to take care of the children. I won't be working.
Or bringing in
so how much are you bringing in every month? 200,000. So we'll have a breakdown. This is what we'll be spending on 50K for the children. This. Like everybody is transparent. It's not that one person is disbursing money, while the other person is just there opening mouth and oh my father, thank you for this help that you sent to me. Oh my Lord, can you give us 10K to buy underwear and all that? So those are the issues. So in ideal situation, it was be transparent. Wherever the money is coming from, wherever God has helped a source to bring money to provide, the money should be. Let there be accountability. And when there's enough money here, there's so much money everywhere, and there still must be accountability.
Yeah.
You cannot just spend money anyhow. When money is coming in and God is sending money, it's for a reason. So you must be able to discern and know why is God sending us this money. Let's sit down. What are we doing together as a family this season? Even giving gifts, giving in-laws, giving families.
There must be transparency.
There must be transparency. Oh, if you are going to give, you are giving your parents this money this time, we should also give your own parents money at this time. And it should not be. It's not a competition. It's not a competition. If you feel at this moment that this parent need more money than this other person, you give more money. Let it not be because it's your father, it's your mother. Let it be because it's common sense. Like you agree that this person needs more money at this person money. So there's no competition, there's no fight. Yes. Let there be a conversation around it that at this season your mom needs more money than my own mom, or at this season they are doing a wedding in a family, so you should give you. Not that so because they are doing wedding in a family, they are giving 100,000 to your parents, so you must give 100,000 to my own parents, whether they are doing wedding or not. All those things should not be. They should be. We should have logical conversations
and then be empathetic.
Very true.
If you're empathetic, all this because it's insecurity that causes all these things will not be there. If you're empathetic and if you have self-esteem, you'll not be thinking like, I think it's way goats think. So it's good that think like that because I'm giving your mom so either we are doing anything it's embarrassing that people think like that. Yeah. So finance should be part of the tools for communion in a marriage. Yeah,
it's very important.
So the tools for
and once you are holding the money, and all the situations that is not ideal that we talked about, the ideal of maybe one person is not working, one other person is not spending money anyhow and all that, try to work towards getting to the ideal.
Yes.
Because you are losing a lot if you don't get to that ideal point. If everybody just doing their own thing in the marriage, and you say, well, it's not an ideal situation, there's nothing I can do about it. Try as much as possible, especially if you are believers, to move towards the ideal situation. That's when you get the best of marriage. That is what God wants for your home. You understand? If you are not agreeing and having a perfect communion on money, you are losing a lot and you are not enjoying the benefit of two becoming one.
When Jesus Christ met Peter, when they were fishing and they were not catching anything, and they lent their boat, and ministered, and after he was done, he said, "Come cast the net to a particular area," and they caught fish, right? They caught a lot. But just after that, they dropped everything and follow Jesus Christ. Right?
Yeah.
I thought you were not here anymore.
Yeah.
So when they follow, I was just we discussed in Bible study on Tuesday, and it just dawned on me that to whom much is given, much more is required. Your readiness to let go gives you access to more. What does it mean? They became fishers of men, way beyond their wildest dreams. Wildest dreams of who a fisherman is, they became much more. Did you ever read anywhere in the Bible where disciples lacked something? They never lacked physically, and they get even much more spiritually. A fisherman will still lack physically and may never attain any stature spiritually. So they gain much more. How does this translate to us financially? What it means that the money you are praying for, when God provides, it comes with a purpose. For every provision comes an assignment. If you understand this in marriage, bring it to the context of marriage. If you understand that for every money that comes through me as a man, or money that comes through her, is for the purpose of the furtherance and the growth of the institution called marriage that God has instituted. That marriage in turn has a purpose through God, or has a purpose from God that it must fulfill. So if you understand this, money will not be an issue. You will understand better why money is a communion tool. Does that make sense?
Yeah. That's very, very important. That's very key. This thought that just came to my mind where people say men is the provider, women can make money, but they can do with their money whatever they want to do with it. But men is the provider. What do you think about that?
Where do people find all this foolish talk? It's true. The man is the provider, but it's not only about money. The man provides leadership, provides protection, provides security. Of course, provides physical needs, money, clothes, blah 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 blah. What does it mean? Sometimes it means I bring in the money. Some other times, it necessarily doesn't mean I bring in the money, but it means I provide direction on the administration of how the money is spent. Okay. So if you bring money in today, it's the money of the home. Who is the head of the home? Me. Who should provide direction on how the money should be spent? Me. Of course, I'm not a dictator. I'm a leader. What does it? Okay, the difference leader and administrator. An administrator sits down and points and directs on what to do. Right? A leader goes ahead. He stays there, right? While doing it, tells others on what to do. Like he lays the example. He points and directs, but while he's also doing. That's what leadership is. If you understand this in the context of marriage, is that me, when I'm telling you let's do this, I must be found worthy and I must be found upright in that thing I am directing to do. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So it doesn't necessarily mean I must be done bringing the biggest money or bringing the money that I am administering.
Because there are different seasons in marriages. Seasons and opportunities that we have differently. So at some seasons, you can just be the woman
that brings money.
Maybe the kind of career she's doing, the season that she is, her kind of whatever it is, it could be it. So the issue is not about
where the money is coming from.
And a woman can be making money, whereas the husband is keeping the home front at that time, making sure that wherever she's making that money is not affecting the home at that time, managing the home, managing the children, managing life here that she has left here while she goes. Maybe she has it. I think I've heard of a story where these two guys are established, they have the house, they have a good job, and so when an opportunity just came on, an opportunity that would take her out of her town for like a couple of years, and it's like an international job that would bring in money. She left. The man had to hold it down. After a while, he had to go join her for a couple of times. They came back with the children and all, because it's really about the goal of the home. We have to come down together.
Yeah.
So I'm going to navigate this season. This money is a lot of money. It will help us.
We need the money.
It will help our career. It's not the children. We can put the children in boarding school. We can do all that thing. So,
So this is very profound.
Yeah.
So it's so much more about how does this benefit the home
and how much and the man also gives leadership. Even in the context where you look like the woman is one Okunje Wela or something, he brings leadership and brings direction into the home.
The provision that we're talking about is leadership.
Yeah.
and it cuts across all the angles. The woman, they say the woman is a support, blah blah blah. It's true.
Yeah.
She supports, not in all other areas too. It means that when the man is thinking about decision making and is making decisions, she supports, gives her input from a unique perspective. So yeah, so I think we've done justice to this.
Yeah. It's a beautiful conversation to have.
Yeah, I think
and the best way to address this, and the best way to address all depth of it is people asking questions in scenarios and scenarios.
So this scenario has allowed us to dive deep into a particular angle.
Yes. So this is just a funny show. If you have other questions to ask around this, let us know.
Yeah.
Because there are different scenarios, but we must just know joint accountability, joint spending. Let your partner know what you're doing. Even when you are spending below the threshold, let it be transparent. Let your partner know. Even if it's just one nice shoe you got, I just saw. Let your partner know about it. Don't hide anything. Let them know about it.
If you don't want to comment on the YouTube, maybe it's because it's too public for you, reach out to us privately. And if it's too anonymous, there's heartstories.xyz where you can post your anonymous questions.
Yeah.
If it's too sensitive.
Yeah.
And of course our email
The real
Ayodele is at gmail.com. We counsel couples. Yeah, we counsel couples. God has been helping us to counsel people. If you need to be counseled, please do well to reach out through, especially the real Ayodeles at gmail.com. That is where I think we should reach out. And if you know us privately, please feel free to
reach out to us.
It's for a fee. Of course, I know we understand why it's for a fee. Yeah, so yeah, this is very amazing conversation.
Yeah.
Me, I'm thinking about what I said. I'm like, God, I need to learn.
All right,
amazing.
Guys. Don't forget to like, share, and comment on this video. Thank you so much for watching. See you on day 6.
We are looking really fine together.
I'm the one that is fine.
I wish I could take a picture, but I'll be tilting. I think it's working. Okay, I should take my way. Sorry, we're taking picture now. Emma Bino. Okay, bye bye.